too much. And they whine about it. And they're unhappy. And I hate hearing from unhappy people. And so people are just overwhelmed. And it's really, you know, I'm just here to tell you that it's really not that hard. Like, you can do this. You're overwhelmed, but probably this is just a problem of insufficient information. You're forgetting that if you're like most people in this room and you work for someone for money, you're just a factor of production. So you're a business asset. So this is kind of the harsh truth of the presentation before we get into the funnies. That you have to remember that you're worth an amount of money to your employer, and you're trading your time, your skills, and your talent for that money. Compensation, free soda, free beer, foosball, whatever they're gonna give you. And everyone in this room should know what your hourly rate is. And every time you stay after work late, you're giving away that time for free. Woo! Because your time's money. So when you can spend your time doing other things that might be more fun, or side projects where you can make more money on the side, why don't you do that? So I think you can do it better. You know, you people who work too much. I don't get you. So really the thing is that people think that by working more, they're doing better. But what I've always thought for a very long time, you know, I'm very passionate about this, is this goes way back to school. I always thought if you stay late, you're staying for study hall. You stay late because you can't do your work. So do your work at work, get off Facebook, and just do your work while you're there, be focused, make the shit you want to do happen outside of work, and go the fuck home when you're done. Because the longer you stay at work, it's not like you're doing better. When you work overtime, your productivity goes down over time. You need to go the fuck home. You need to do less work and rest your brain. Everyone here knows what it's like to feel fried. Because you're a factor of production. If you increase factors of production, they're less effective over time. That's economics. So with all this, you know, basically it just goes back to if you're doing your job well, you're focused at work and you get it done in the time allotted. It's called being efficient. You can read about all the things about how being efficient. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm just going to tell you to go the fuck home and figure it out later. And with all that extra free time, you can get a life. It's awesome. I love having a life. Let me tell you, if you don't have one right now, it's really the thing to do. You know, we're so lucky to have a wonderful scene here in town. If you can't name at least 2 things you're doing outside work, you don't have a life. Those things can be walking your Pekingese. I don't care. You just need to get a life. There's plenty of things to do in Philadelphia besides sit at your desk and just stare at the screen. Open source contributions are really good. I'm personally a fan. And the thing is that all these things are just your escape plan. Because everyone knows that time at like 4:45 if you work a 9-to-5 job and haven't gotten tricked into working a 9-to-6. You have an escape plan, so you have this thing that say, oh, no, I have yoga class. Oh, I have to go walk the dog. Dogs are great. Kids are great. Quizzes great. Networking events are great. You just have an excuse to get yourself the hell out of there. And you just fucking leave. And if anyone in this room is a manager or has anyone under them, I'm talking to you now. Because everyone under you looks at you. And if you don't fucking leave, they don't fucking leave. So I know being a manager is hard. And you have your team to worry about, but if you stay to 6, they stay to 6:15. You stay to 7, they stay to 7:30. So you need to go the fuck home. Because we're all just trying to make happier people here. And everyone knows that happier people are more productive. And if we're more productive, we make more money. And everyone likes money, right? So it's really just refactoring the way we're looking at this. I'm just saying, I'm done for the day. I'm going the fuck home. We'll deal with it later.